You just recorded.
It is time here for a little special event that we just got done with here on a Wednesday night here in downtown Mason City at Southbridge Mall and
Home night,
the pavilion, and
exciting night.
It is an exciting night. We've got a couple of special guests here, as you can see. We've got Harry O from 103.7 The Fox. We got Mayor Bill Schickel, and we got the Chief of Police on. So all the guys that
what radio stations are you guys from?
I'm with K Blue.
K Blue.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So some exciting stuff was announced tonight. I don't know, Harry, if we want to get to the mayor right away and talk about it, because you're the one leading this parade.
Well, we've got a lot of people leading the parade, including the police chief. And, we talked about got better than 100 volunteers, and we're going to need a lot more. But, 17 different committees, just everybody from, safety to entertainment to fundraising, just doing a fantastic job. It's just very, very exciting.
Yeah, this is just great for Mason City. We got two big things going on. Band Festival this weekend. And then, of course, RAGBRAI at the end of July 27th.
Yeah, July 27th at 15,000 people.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, we've got Band Festival this weekend. So it's just,
Are you pumped and ready for that?
I couldn't be more excited.
Especially when you came back from New York City and saw the Music Man on Broadway.
Country boy like me, that's a big deal. I'd never been to a Broadway show.
Did you get lost?
Absolutely. Yeah. Fortunately, Candy was along.
Yeah. Do you know how to use an Uber?
We did.
You did?
Absolutely did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was just
Didn't do the subway.
When was that? Just like a month ago?
2 weekends ago.
Oh, 2 weekends ago.
2 weekends ago. Just got back.
Wow.
Yeah. Presented,
And I saw your a minute of Mason City, whatever you do that on Mondays, and you didn't get to see Hugh Jackman.
No, did not. Well, we
saw him
perform.
but you didn't meet
saw him
him.
perform. He did not, come out and make his presence known. I got a chance to be backstage. I actually did the ceremony backstage before the show. And Jefferson Mays, a Tony Award winner in his own right, portrays Mayor Shin, my colleague there.
Okay.
And so I presented the key to him. And then he wrote a great poem about Mason City and read that, presented it. So it was, and obviously I took the occasion to invite him and the cast out to be, grand marshals in our parade next year. And I didn't fail to remind them that they'd be following in the footsteps of, Meredith Wilson and Shirley Jones. And
I wonder, Chief Brinkley, how would you get involved if we had Hugh Jackman here? I mean, that would be kind of a barricade, wouldn't it?
No, I would probably be a stunt double.
A stunt. I'm sure he would probably demand a lot of that.
I don't know. Yeah. I could be the guy that walks around before the king and just tries the food to make sure it's not poisoned or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Mason.
You can tell he works in security.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
So how did that come about, Mayor? How did you get out there?
I put a feeler out a little while ago to some of the people in the public relations department out there, and they said, hey, we'd love to do it.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's great.
You had quite the crew with you too, didn't you?
We had, my wife Candy and daughter and niece were with me, but we had about 25 people from Mason City.
Yeah.
True Travel had a tour out there at the time. So we got together for a bunch of Mason City. It was very cool.
That is. So what theater are they doing this on?
It's called the Winter Garden Theater.
Winter Garden Theater.
Yeah.
Seats about,
I think 1,500.
Wow.
I believe I'm right. It's
That's
big. It's historic.
Place.
Barbara Streisand. I mean, I got a tour of the back, and they were just they said, do you know anything about? I said, well, I've never been here before, but I do know who Barbara Streisand is, and she got her start there. So it's that's where it was.
Okay. And this is all right on Broadway right there.
Yep.
And New York is all open.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you can still see signs of COVID and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of all the restaurants have little portable places outside where you can eat. But no, I mean, it seems like definitely in New York, the peak of COVID is, well, I should say it was very strict in the theater there, though.
Yeah.
Very strict. I had to get a COVID test before going backstage. And I think all the cast gets a test every day because they can't afford to be spreading it to each other.
Oh, of course.
And and mask up in there. So it was strict in the theater, but outside of the theater, no.
You've seen Music Man how many times?
Oh,
I mean, did anything strike you different other than you knew the songs, you knew kind of most of the verbiage, obviously. So anything strike you different or?
Well, Harry, I mean, it knocked my socks off. Like I said, I'd never been to and you know, the lighting, the facial expressions, the level of the talent, the fact that I think it's been performing there maybe for, you know, first of all, we got our tickets 2 years ago. So we're just able to go now after COVID lifted somewhat. And so the experience of being there, watching those, you know, Hugh Jackman, Jefferson, all of them are really unbelievable. And then having it be a story about, you know, the real River City, USA, as I reminded them, it was a big deal. And of course, you know, they introduced me as the mayor of the real River City.
I was going to say, did they say anything about, hey, well, we've got some people here from River City?
Well, in the ceremony beforehand. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's neat.
That is cool.
That is really neat.
Well, and so you're pumped for this band festival, I would think. You're ready to go.
I couldn't be more excited. As long as I can walk in the parade, I'm happy.
Wouldn't it be cool if they did come back? I mean, some of the cast or
we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Oh.
As he smiles,
he's winking. I think.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
With your and Jay's connections, we should be all good to go.
Yeah.
Chief, how about band festival for you?
Chief providing security, you know.
Yeah, that's true. It's speaking of that, are we all ready to go here, Chief? Looks like all of the amusement rides got in place.
Yeah, I think they were setting those all up starting Tuesday. We Lieutenant Hughie is heading up our work for Bandfest this year, and it looks like it has everything in plan like we have for years past. So, you know, I think the weather is shaping up. I've been keeping a close eye on that. Hopefully that's all going to come together for us like we want. And yeah, we're ready for the rest of it. You know, we'll be in our normal spots. I'll see you at First and Penn on Saturday. That's my assignment. And yeah, we're ready to get this show on the road.
How much candy do you want when I go by you?
Am I in the candy zone there, or does it start right after me? I can't remember.
Sorry,
you take as many shots as you want with those Tootsie Rolls.
Well, I've been known to stop the parade for whatever reason. Jay, hurry up! Come on.
Anything you want to share to the audience about what just some rules, regulations, that kind of thing that you want to throw at everybody? Obviously, we want everybody to behave, but a lot of people ask about pets and stuff like that.
Yeah, there are a few rules that go along with Bandfest just to try to make it a safe and enjoyable event for everybody. So pets are not allowed along the route or at Central Park, and no smoking or vaping for that matter as well. So just those two reminders are usually the ones we get the most static about from people. And I get the people want to take their pets along, and most times they can, but this is just one time we'd ask you to leave Fido or Lulu at home and bring them out another time to downtown.
And you'll go up to them and say something to them. Probably won't cite them, but you'll tell them, right? Say,
yeah, we'll ask them to stow the animal at home if they can.
Go to the mayor's office right now.
Yeah, there you go. I guess if they're unhappy, they can make that call.
Chief, you talked in the video presentation earlier tonight. You talked about the route, RAGBRAI route. Can you talk about that a little bit and what people should be aware of on that route?
Yeah, so the route's coming in from the southwest this year, and so you know, we had to be a little bit creative with how to get that into town efficiently, recognizing that it was a 100-mile day, and we didn't want to stretch it out any longer than we really needed to. And so the most direct route for us was 19th Street Southwest from the West City limits to Pierce, north on Pierce, and then east on First Northwest into downtown. And then there'll be some closure of East State Street over to East Park to facilitate getting people safely to the primary camping areas. A couple of things to just start to prepare people for with that. 19th Street will be westbound traffic only during the route closure. And so that will be from 1 to 7 p.m. on July 27th. So if you live along 19th Street Southwest.
I do.
South Pierce. Yep. Okay. South Pierce.
Over on Madison there. So
yeah, or First Northwest. We'll have some. It will definitely be impacted by RAGBRAI, but what we're hoping we can get people to do is get out and get their stuff done before 1, or head out after 7 when the route opens back up. We will not impact emergency response to those neighborhoods, but we will have some choke points. We'll have some hard closures on some roads just to increase cyclist safety. When we get cars and bikes on the same traffic pattern, bad things happen. And so we're trying to keep the 4 lanes open. We aren't closing them, but we're only going to run traffic in one direction. And so people will have to be a little bit patient with the flow. Obviously, we're crossing Highway 122, so there'll be some pinch points there in the area of Pierce. Again, we'll keep ambulances and fire trucks and those kinds of things, which make a quick passage there several times a day, keep that open. But yeah, we just ask for people to give this some patience. You know, this is a real opportunity for Mason City, I think, in terms of where we are as a community right now, and with the development that we're seeing downtown and the additional growth with River 2. It's a great advertisement for us, and we want to have a good day when that happens.
So if people are wanting to get out of town or into town, the easiest might be to go up to 12th Street.
Yeah, 12th Street will be the preferred route both of those days. We'll be sending the support vehicles on the out route on the 28th. They'll be going to 12th Street over to California or Thrush, and then going down to Highway 18 to go east to join their groups in Floyd County.
And again, it's the impact of, what is it? You
3.4 million
from noon to 7, or
1 p.m. to 7 p.m.
1 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yep. Normally it's noon to 6, but because of the length of the ride that day, they're feeling like we're going to need to be. We'll close a little later, and we'll stay closed a little later. So 1 to 7 p.m. that day.
You never know how long Clemmy's going to keep them.
Yeah.
Those little towns, man.
Well,
you got to be careful.
Yeah. Well, for some reason, I have a hunch the same. Yeah.
What's that? I didn't hear that.
Oh, you still there?
Yep.
Oh, there he goes. There he is.
Yep. There we go. I must have had a little sag in the Wi-Fi here.
Yeah. So, yeah. Clemmy's a big town. Lots to
big
do
little
there.
Town.
A lot to do there.
Yeah, that's right. Those are the ones I always am worried about.
Yeah.
Small little towns like that.
Set a new population record on July 27th.
Exactly.
Well, and Britt's going to be its own thing.
Right.
I'll guarantee you. I was part of Britt when they stayed in Clear Lake, and I entertained for 4 hours. They ran out of vodka 4 times.
Right. Only in hobo country.
In hobo country, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, excellent. So it's good to catch up and at least inform the public of what's going to be happening here in the next. Well, we got an exciting summer going on between Bandfest this weekend and RAGBRAI. So lots of people are going to be coming down. The impact, what they say, Mayor, was it 3.4 million impact?
We estimated last time it was a little better than 3 million. We think it'll be more than that, this time, just in terms of the spending, businesses, $3 million plus beneficial economic impact on the area.
Right. So is there anything that business owners should know about or what they should do that day?
Well, there's a lot of opportunities, for business owners, and a lot of the businesses are very excited about it. You can go to our RAGBRAI Facebook page or our Mason City RAGBRAI webpage,
website,
to find out details on that.
Yeah.
Is that MC or Mason City RAGBRAI?
MasonCityRAGBRAI.com.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Jay, I would recommend to businesses too, if you want to be a part of that, start now. Don't wait. Get some lead time with that. There's a little bit of some structure and some planning that goes to that. And if you want to be a part of it, the sooner they know, the better. Otherwise, it may be too late at some point.
I've had some riders or teams reach out to me and want to know about different bars.
Oh,
and I'm going, I am not going to be open for RAGBRAI.
Yeah.
Taxes and alcohol.
You're not open on Wednesday nights anyway.
Well, I thought about it, but then I'm going, wait a minute. I know what they're going to do. They're going to be coming from Britt and Clemmy.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just leave it safe.
What was your favorite part, Mayor, from last time they were here? And also Chief Brinkley, were you here last time they went through?
Nope. I started in 16. And so I was not in Mason City.
I was here in 14, and the entertainment was fantastic, but just being able to provide a welcome in the community, to have so many people here and to be able to show off all the cool things that are going on. And we'll be able to do that in spades this year with the transformation that we're seeing downtown. The other thing, I mean, I enjoy riding around on my bike and saying hello to people.
Do you have a bell on there? Do you have a bell on there?
Ding ding.
Your bike on your bike.
Well,
Ching, ching.
Here comes the mayor.
I did have a yellow bike until it got stolen. I discussed that with the police chief, but
Here we go.
Yeah,
but now
the mayor's bell plays 76 trombones.
now I've got a used bike that somebody loaned to me.
Yeah.
Or one that nobody will steal.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of benefits to it. Exactly.
That's a good question. Chief or mayor, have you been on the birds yet? Those scooters.
Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Have you, Chief?
I have not yet. No,
Not yet. Okay.
no.
You liked it? I mean,
You know, I made sure I put my helmet on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and rode down State Street and went right by the house and waved to Candy, and she looked outside like I was nuts. But yeah, no, it was fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, you have to be careful, you know.
Of traffic.
It's for the younger people.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. And I don't even know how it works. Was it just QR codes and you put them, scan them on your phone, you pay over your phone?
Put your credit card. Yeah, you put your credit. Yep, exactly.
Yeah. I don't even know how much is it to even ride one of those.
38 cents a minute, something like that. I don't know.
So are they going to be bringing more in for when RAGBRAI is coming in? Or Bandfest?
That I don't know.
Okay.
Whether additional.
But they're all over the city, right?
Yeah. Are they out this year yet? I hadn't noticed.
I thought I saw some.
Maybe you did.
Yeah.
I think they are.
Okay.
How many do we have?
Do you know the answer to that question, Chief?
I don't, and I've been really happy that they haven't piled up on corners like we suspected they might. I've seen that in some other communities that I visited, but no, they've been pretty well maintained, and they get dropped back off where their homes are, and they get picked up, and people seem to be using them.
I want to say about 30.
Yeah, and we haven't had any problems, right, with them because they can find them.
Yeah, they're all GPS located, and right.
You know, I have to say that when you're in your car driving, you have to be aware.
Right.
You have to keep your eyes open, not be distracted by it.
Right. Now, do you have to bring your own helmet, or they have them?
Well, it's highly recommended that you have a helmet. It's not required that you have a helmet.
Well, I think we should talk about entertainment.
Yes.
That was a pretty big announcement tonight.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
And Harry's played all of them, top 40 stuff back in the 90s. And now he's playing the classic rock.
So what's the deal? Are they going to is the one band going to open up for the main headliner is, can we just say?
Well, it's a co-headline.
A co-headline.
Sugar Ray and the singer, the lead guitar player for the Eagles.
Yeah,
that's right.
Don Felder.
It's Don Felder and Sugar Ray. Those are the entertainment line. That's the entertainment lineup. Plus, there's going to be some other side shows. I don't know what else to say, but side shows, I guess. But different genres.
Yeah, I mean, from rock to grunge to country.
Exactly.
Yeah, and those are going to be one's going to be down, I believe, by the radio station there at 201 North Federal, and then the other one's going to be the country is going to be down outside the pavilion, here at the Open Plaza.
Yeah. Now, Chief and Mayor, you guys definitely remember the Eagles. And I've seen Don Felder when he was at Nyack. He was at Nyack just like about 4 years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Met him, had a picture taken with him. That show was the best show I've ever seen at Nyack.
That's what I've heard.
He was great. And it's going to be obviously a lot of Eagles. He does some of his solo stuff.
Yeah.
I'll bet you will know 95% of his music.
Well, since Little Bird told me, earlier on that it was going to be him, I did a little chance to do a little Google search, and I love it.
Oh,
it's just fantastic stuff. And Sugar Ray.
Yep. That was the 90s.
Yeah.
You're never too old to know Sugar Ray. Right, Mayor?
Well, exactly.
Fly was the first hit they ever had.
Yeah.
And then Someday was another big hit that they had.
Yeah.
Every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning.
Every Morning was another one. One of my favorite ones that they ever did, just because they sampled an old Sweet song, and it was a song called Hey Bartender. And you'd know it if you heard it.
Huh.
You might not know it now just from me saying it, but
Google
why I'm the DJ. And
well, that's going to be a mass, that's going to be a huge deal downtown.
Oh, yeah. Well, was I wrong when you said? See, you said bringing
15,000.
15,000 people. I swear there was 20,000 people downtown
last time
when we
I
had
don't
Brett
know.
Michaels down
It
there.
wouldn't surprise me a bit. And, you know, I think that's probably a conservative estimate, that 15,000.
Well,
I mean, you've seen the pictures.
Oh, I think
of
it's more than
2014.
20.
Yeah. Well, and you got to think that's just registered riders.
Exactly.
That's not
Yeah.
the
That's just
support
guys
team. And
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But it's a fun thing. It's like, oh, there's a gathering. Let's all go.
Well, yeah, and you know, great downtown's going to be such a great. We'll have the main stage, and then be able to put the performing arts pavilion to use for
Yeah.
some of it. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we're going to be able to go different
stages.
and we're going to get a good taste of that during the band festival. They're
Very
actually,
much so.
Yeah, they're going to
Yeah.
be using more than one stage.
Municipal bands,
Right.
some
Going
others
back and
performing there.
forth.
Yeah.
You know, in the pavilion.
Yeah.
Out there in the
Open plaza.
open plaza there, and then the main stage as well. So
Sure.
yeah, all right by City Hall.
Right. Well, and two, you got to think about where's the beer garden? Is that all open downtown, Chief, or is that is it open reign, or what is the restrictions on there?
Yeah, so there's been a little bit of change in the ABD law, and so now there's able to be included all of the licenses that are contiguous to the outdoor service area that's going to be part of downtown, and so that's going to be a huge area. It's a couple of 3 or 4 square blocks there, which is kind of nice, because then all of the licensed establishments that are contiguous to the beer garden can sell. Liquor has to be consumed inside the establishment, but
Sure.
beer and wine can be consumed off premises. And so if you're a Fat Hill, Mason City Brewing, you know, one of those kind of fans, you can go get your crowler, your growler, take it outside and consume it in the licensed premises. And so I think that's a nice amenity for us in this with the community. It'll be a job for us to manage that many people. We got some good help lined up to come and help with that. We'll get through that, but you know, this is a good crowd. It's a fun crowd. Usually I've never had a RAGBRAI that's really been problematic in terms of the RAGBRAI crowd. And so I really think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the music is just going to help set the night. I mean, I think you couldn't ask for better acts for us to bring people in to enjoy it. So we're really looking forward to it.
And it's going to all start at 3:00, the side stages that afternoon, and then the main stage, as far as I know, is going to be starting at 6:00. So I got 3 hours of that, because most of the riders, I think, just talking with different riders in different teams, they plan on being in town. Probably they're looking around 4:00, maybe 5:00 at the latest. Otherwise, most of them should be here by then.
Jay, you were involved in setting up the entertainment. I mean, how did that go? What was that like, recruiting talent for Mason City?
Well, you know, it's you know, from the time that you get the know that you're going to be a host city, and then trying to get somebody booked, like a national act. I mean, a lot of things go into consideration as far as radius clauses, and
got to figure out budgets too.
Oh, you better, and raising the money early on.
Right.
Hats off to our fundraising committee. Just done a fantastic job so far.
Yeah. So to get that money raised to cover the bills of, you know, because not only is just the entertainment side of things, you've got the artist, but also, you know, you get the beer garden, you got other events and activities too. So,
and I think now that the entertainment acts have been announced, you know, you're not going to be able to get your sponsorship in fast enough, because it'll close on May 31st. And I think that's going to really step up the interest.
Yeah. Yeah. So the city's done a great job of coming to the plate and hitting a home run here.
Well, hats off to City Administrator Aaron Burnett and all the volunteers. I mean, the coordination, police chief, police department, the coordination on this is a big deal, but it's a lot of fun. It brings everybody together. And well, you saw earlier tonight, 100 volunteers, 17 different committees, all of them, working together. And so it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. It really has. So
how many volunteers did I hear?
There's better than 100 volunteers working on it right now, but
I mean, total, we're going to have a lot more.
A lot more than that.
Yeah. Like I would think
500, something like that.
Oh, I thought even more than that.
Maybe it is. It probably is.
Probably would.
Yeah. And I think, you guys, if I can jump on that, that's a big deal. I mean, I think this is really a chance to showcase the community. I think that can be a real strength for us. Jump into that stuff, get on that spreadsheet, sign up. Somebody will reach out to you. We'll get you built into the plan, get you an assignment, and you'll still be a part of the fun. I think we're going to be looking for some traffic help. We'll teach you to manage a barricade. We'll feed and water you for the day. And then when you're done, you get to go to the party. I mean, it's a great deal. You know, it's an all day kind of fun. If you've never been a part of this, watching bikers come in, they're all super friendly. They just want to learn a little bit about what's going on around town. You direct them in the right direction. It's a great chance to be an ambassador for Mason City for the day.
Can I wear a uniform and a badge?
I'll give you a RAGBRAI t-shirt, Jay.
You know, Jay, you asked about, you know, the business community. Another thing we're looking at in Mason City is the opportunity to recruit workers.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be a lot of people here that have not been here before. So that's why it's important that all of us put our best foot forward to show what the opportunity here is, you know, for recruiting people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at what the city of Mason City is doing downtown with the, you know, like you said, River 2 and the condos.
It's really
downtown.
a transformation.
Yeah. And, you know, the mall and everything else. So, but yeah.
Well,
and that's, you know, that's part of our strategy to attract people to the community. Of course, make it the kind of place that, you know, that our residents can be proud of and want to live in. But we're always looking, you know, the police department, all of our fire department, all of our businesses are always looking for good people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. This might be a silly question, but is everybody like downtown going to close that day? Or I mean, are they open?
Everybody's
for business? I mean,
want to, right?
Yeah, I think that's an individual business decision.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Because I think we're going to close.
Yeah.
The radio station that day.
Yeah.
Lock us in. Do our thing.
You'll be out on the street.
Yeah.
Harry, and I'll tell you too.
You don't need to be in the radio station to broadcast anymore.
No, that's right.
Look what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I know it. Honey, we're not in the studio right now.
Jay works from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell my secrets.
Yeah.
Chief, what time are you going to be up that day?
Oh, we'll be in early.
Yeah.
It'll you know, it will be earlier on Thursday actually, because we'll run the out route. We'll probably set that up by 6 a.m. Just to close that going out. And that's worth noting. That'll be south on Kentucky from East State Street all the way to the city limits. And so Kentucky will be a little bit of a choke point on Thursday morning, but I think RAGBRAI's expectation is that bikers are on the route by 9:30. So we should have that open by 10. Again, some congestion there at 122 in Kentucky, a little bit there at 19th in South Kentucky. We'll have some intermittent closures to get some traffic across. But if you can get out of your neighborhood early, or get out of your neighborhood late, whichever way you need to do it to work with that would be awesome.
Maybe we should close on Thursday too. So.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing. Yeah. And I think, you know, that's the other thing I would challenge businesses to too. If you know, give your employees a day off, but have them go volunteer. I mean, wear your shirt, you know, tell your story. You know, I think that's the great part of sharing who we are as a community and how you draw people in. This week I had some software people in from a Canadian company, and I got a chance to really kind of show them around town for the couple of days we spent together. We had lunch at a couple of restaurants, and they thoroughly enjoyed it. They learned about our architecture and a little bit of the history of the community, the Dillinger robbery, you know, all that stuff. I mean, it's just stuff that people like, and you learn about the community. And I think that's a great way to do it if you can help with your business and get involved that way.
If you want to freak out the visitors, redo that, reenact the Dillinger robbery.
Oh
no!
There you go.
Right downtown.
Not during RAGBRAI.
I think that's in June, Jay. I think they do that in June, not in July.
Yeah, but that would give them something to talk about.
Jay's trying to stir up more trouble for the chief.
Right.
Sure would.
Trouble in River City.
Mayor, are you getting calls from? I mean, because how did we get ourselves into this? I guess. I mean, what is the process? They choose, or
Hugh Jackman called me up.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be riding in RAGBRAI. I won't come to your band festival, but I'll be
in RAGBRAI.
That's funny. I meant the process of course, it was a northern route. And last time it came.
Oh, you're talking about RAGBRAI.
RAGBRAI, yeah.
I was back to Music Man.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going back and forth. We got two.
You guys are wearing me down. No, RAGBRAI.
Yeah. Yes. So I mean,
that's an
you started
application
getting
process,
phone calls.
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
an application process, and our city administrator Aaron really headed that up early on, and it's a competitive process. And once you get seriously being considered. You know, they take a look at the community, they ask you what your capabilities are, and we're a midpoint in the ride after the 100-mile, or the ride of the century, and so it's important that we have the capability to line up the kind of first-class entertainment that we've been able to line up. So they look at all those things before they make a decision on the route.
Yeah, can you handle this type thing? Well, we had you back in 14, so why not? And they had you had all good reports from that.
I think they became excited. You know, we pitched it to them, and when we talked about, the things that are going on here, it just really became a natural.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, looking forward to it. Again, if you haven't heard, Don Felder, an original Eagle, and Sugar Ray will be the co-headliners for RAGBRAI.
It all happens on July 27th.
July 27th.
Yeah. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Take the rest of the week off.
Century Day. I like that. How cool is 100 miles though? Yeah. It's they're coming from Emmitsburg, right?
Yes.
I believe they're Emmitsburg.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
Well, excellent. Well, we've tied everything all in from a 411 neighborhood news to the Crime Stoppers.
Yeah. This is your Crime Stoppers for the month. Okay, there, Chief.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though, guys, shout out, I think, to the work that our staff has been doing at the police department. And, we broke that last case with, starting to put those shootings together with some information that was called in by a local resident. And that is a big deal. And so that partnership is what gets it done. We can't do it all on our own. And so, no, absolutely. Crime Stoppers, call us, however you want to get the information to us. We'll take it. We're on a roll right now, and we're making some good impact.
Yeah, it's a good deal. Good to hear.
Doing something. Well, we've had some great, some big drug busts. We've had the shootings. You guys are doing awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a team effort. We're stretched thin right now, but people are carrying the water. They understand the need to get it done.
That's awesome. Well, Chief Brinkley and Mayor Schickel, we thank you very much for taking it. I know it's late for both of you.
Dinner time. Are you cooking?
Do I look that bad?
Well, what Day say about
APs?
Yeah, he said the Monopoly man.
Monopoly guy.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. That is actually, you look like the Monopoly guy. Bank. What's his name?
I'll take that in the light it's intended.
Yeah. What's that guy's name on Monopoly? That banker. Gosh,
I'm usually stealing from it if I'm playing.
Yeah. Okay.
Jay's trying to wrap up here, and you're still stalling for time.
I just
But Chief, again, thank you. Mayor, thank you, and looking forward to some great stuff coming up this summer.
Moneybags. That's his name.
Uncle Moneybags.
His first name is, but his last name is Moneybags.
Thanks, guys. Great time.
Yeah,
thanks for keeping everybody ahead of the curve. Thanks.
Oh, wait a minute. Dinner for you and Candy out of New York. How much?
We spend a little money. It was expensive to get dinner.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Candy right now. How much?
A couple hundred?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your nieces and nephews.
Yeah, we had some family with us. Yeah. So
the $25 mac and cheese.
And they paid for the 25 people from Mason City.
No.
I was just curious how much dinner was out there.
There's some pricey dinners out there.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
But the steaks aren't like they are here in Iowa, man.
Yeah.
No.
Right? Or even the burgers.
There you go. Speaking of that, I'm hungry.
Yeah, there you go. So again.
Yeah,
so that kind of wraps things up here with myself, Jay Brooks, and Mayor Schickel, and Harry O'Neill, and Chief Brinkley. So good to see you guys, and Chief, it's good to see you through the camera and not in my rearview mirror.
Yep, that's always the right way to do it. Yeah, thanks for having us tonight.
You bet.
Thanks, everybody.
Have yourself a wonderful evening.